20 years. Welcome back. We have contemplated now, where are you on the face of the clock dial? We have considered why direct selling. We have considered the keys to the creation of a large income. Let us now then consider this vehicle of Forever Green and FG Xpress. There are a handful of known quantifiable elements that are required for significant success in this direct selling industry. For the sake of brevity, I will simply highlight them here. Number one is Ron Williams. Ron Williams is the charismatic, inspirational leader, the founder of the company that gives life and breath, that literally and truly causes this company to stand out almost irrespective of the product line that it chooses to offer. Number one is a charismatic, inspired leader. The day that I met Ron Williams, I knew that I wanted to be in business with him. I always invite people to listen to what I say, perhaps more importantly, observe what I do. I hope there is never a disconnect between what I say and what I do. But if there is ever a disconnect, you must believe what I do. The day that I met Ron Williams, I called my son Blake, who was at that time the president of the European operations of a very large competing direct selling company. I called and said, Blake, you work for the wrong company. You need to be involved with Ron Williams at FG Xpress. Now think about this for a moment, folks. Is it not true there's precious little in our lives that matters more to us than the success of our children? I called my son Blake and said, Blake, the place you need to be is FG Xpress. That long before I ever knew that I would find my way to this company as a distributor. Why? Number one, Ron Williams. Why? Number two is the group of products the company sells, which finds its way back to Ron Williams. It is in Ron that the brilliance, the spark of ingenuity hit one day that said the power strip, the beauty strip, the solar strip can be sent around the world in these little envelopes. That simple stroke of genius, and I don't use genius lightly, that stroke of genius is what caused this company to stop being one of the good companies to the standout company of our era. It is the brilliance of Ron Williams which leads to the brilliance of the product. First, the individual. Second, the product offering. Third, timing that is clear, that is obvious, that is beyond refute. I'm pretty comfortable saying that 100% of people who know and understand the FG Xpress, the Forever Green message, know what I know. It's beyond belief. It is a knowledge. The company will get bigger. The company will get bigger. It is, in fact, destined for greatness. Timing that is clear, that is obvious, that is beyond refute. If the company is growing, you can grow. If the company is not growing, you can't. This company is growing. That creates opportunity for those who emerge as leadership. Next is the compensation plan. There are a few things that must be in place in the compensation plan, and I can say with some confidence that I know and understand compensation in this industry about as well as anybody walking the earth. I've been at it for a long time. I've studied it. There's an art and a science to the creation of a properly constructed compensation plan. Here are the things it must do. Number one, provoke correct activities among participants in the plan. Provoke correct activities among participants in the plan. The second requirement is to effectively connect together productive leadership. Leadership is scarce. The compensation plan must reward true leadership to work through multiple generations of those who are just hanging out in the compensation structure. It must effectively connect together true leadership. The third thing that's required is for the compensation plan to not just provoke correct behaviors, but to effectively reward participants. Those who are brand new have to find a way they can earn their way back. That very first dollar they spent to get involved in the company, there must be a clear path to liquidity, get the money back. So there has to be something that's special for the newest person, for those who are transitioning between part-time and full-time, and for those people who say, this is my life, this is my career, this is how I will invest myself. There has to be that opportunity to have a true breakthrough financial experience. And here's the real key. The success of one must always be predicated on the widespread successes of others. Making money in direct selling is one thing. Making money because others are making money is quite different. Part of that has to do with business building logic and strategy. A big part of it has to do with the design of the compensation plan itself. And I must say this, so frequently in our industry, we hear people debating compensation plan form and function. They're missing the point. The real issue is what are the gross profit margins of the company, because those gross profit margins are what fuel the compensation plan and what fund it. FG Xpress is a publicly traded company. You can prove this to yourself. The gross margins are always above 75%, sometimes nearing 80%. That allows the funding of a compensation plan that meets all these requirements and objectives that I've described to you. The elements required for success in a direct selling company are easy to identify. In this company, we have Ron Williams, a charismatic, impassioned, inspired leader who causes others to feel good about this industry that has this unique ability to provoke feelings of insecurity among the most secure people. Ron Williams, that's the first reason to be involved in this company. The second reason is tied closely to Ron. It is his genius in the establishment of a product line that truly is breakthrough in a variety of areas. Third is timing that's clear, that's obvious, it's beyond refute. Fourth is a compensation plan that meets these various requirements that I've described. And finally, there must be a proven and predictable pattern of activities. There is no luck, there is no guesswork. There must be a clearly identified pathway to success. That you will find in this company in a program called Launch. And I invite you to launch your business by specifically and exactly following the guide set out there. 20 years. I've learned a lot. You can learn in just a few minutes.